welcome back to another video. If you're new, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. You should totally consider subscribing because I'm trying to grow my coven here as large as we can get it. I'm trying to reach all the spooky babes out there. Help me find my target demographic, please. So if you're into spooky stuff, definitely subscribe so you don't miss any more videos from me. But that's enough yapping. Let's get right into the video. Today's video is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while now, but I started my arm sleeve, probably almost 2 years ago. And I just this week got it finished. Because girl, let me tell you, it's expensive. I think I have maybe around 15 tattoos. I started getting tattooed, I think when I was freshly 18, and I'm currently 23 and I just finished my arms. So we have somewhat of a lot to go through, but not a ton. I'm not completely covered. But let's start from the beginning. So my first tattoo was actually on my butt. My first tattoo was on my butt. I was actually underage. Let's not even talk about how that happened. It was like a friend of a friend doing it at her house. Because it's on my butt, I don't know that I can find a picture that's like really appropriate to show you. But basically it is Arabic writing. It says love you more in Arabic. It was supposed to be small, dainty, and cute, but it looks like a big old stamp on my butt cheek because the font was not what I wanted. And it was my first tattoo. I was really scared and I was like, whatever you say, I'll do. Learn from me, don't do that. Always speak up for what you want because it's going on your body forever, period. Nobody else's. So make sure it's what you want, okay? So my second tattoo is the number 3 in Roman numerals with the word joy underneath it. It is on my ribs. It's really small, so I feel like pain-wise it wasn't terrible. It was over really quickly. The ribs are never a comfortable spot to get tattooed, but honestly it probably took like 10 minutes to do, so I was in and out of there and it wasn't too bad overall. I was probably I probably was 18 when I got this one because I went to a reputable shop and got it done. The number 3 is because I'm the third child and I was born on the 3rd of December and Joy is my middle name. That's it. That's the only reasoning behind that one. Oh, and the reasoning behind my Arabic tattoo, my mom, her dad was born and raised in Iraq. So that's where the Arabic writing comes from. And love you more is just kind of like a saying between my parents and I. So the next tattoo I got after that was on my back, and I now have this tattoo covered up with another tattoo. And honestly, you guys, I like the original tattoo more than I like the cover up. The cover up on my back is my least favorite tattoo that I have. Had I left it alone, it might be not my least favorite tattoo. So I'll see if I can find a original photo of the tattoo that was on my back initially. It was really cute. It was this moon with a bunch of pine trees in the middle of it. It looked fine. It was just like slightly not completely circular. The moon was like a tiny bit wonky. And I have OCD, like obsessive compulsive disorder. And that really bugged me. And so eventually, fast forward a couple years, I go on to get this tattoo covered up. Now I hate the cover up. I wish I would have just left it alone. Let me show you. Okay, so it's a flower. It's on my back, like I said, but it's not terrible. It's just not like symmetrical. And this little thing right here, this little like blossom or whatever, I'm like, what is that? It just looks like a blob. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I will say that's the only tattoo to this date that I quote-unquote dislike. I mean, I love all my other ones. That's the only one that I don't love. I don't know what the moral of the story is with that one. Just don't rush things. Take your time. And cover-ups are hard, so just get tattoos that you like and approve them before they start tattooing. Okay, after that, I got a tattoo for my dad. So this one is on the back of my left arm. It's a palm tree, and then it says, love always dad. Oops, dad XXOO. So the love always dad is in my dad's handwriting. I took a card from probably my birthday and brought it into the tattoo artist, had him copy it down. And the palm tree is because my dad loves the beach. My dad has always been a very tropical beach-going man. He loves the sun. And I wanted something to to kind of honor him, so I got this tattoo for him. Oh, also you guys, the pain for my back tattoo, the first one wasn't painful at all. I'd say probably like a 4 out of 10, just kind of irritating. The cover up hurt. I really felt like this man was like pushing the needle into my skin. But overall, I feel like the back isn't too bad of a spot. Maybe like right on the spine hurts a little bit more, but overall I would say probably like a 4 out of 10 for the back. And for this one wasn't bad at all either. I'd say maybe like a 3 out of 10. I find that the upper arm for me personally does not hurt as bad. Alright, moving on, I have a tattoo on the back of my neck. It is angel wings with a little halo. Let me see if I can show you. Can you see that? This one honestly was an impulse tattoo for me. I saw it somewhere on the internet, something similar, and I took it in. It was a walk-in. I'm like, hey, can you put this on the back of my neck? The dude was like, sure. And I was like, all right, let's get it done. So very impulsive. I do like this one though. I don't think that this one has ever given me any issues. I really like it. I think it's cute, simple. Pain-wise, I would say that one was probably like a 6 out of 10. And I don't know if it's because of the spot or if the guy was just really heavy-handed. He had me like sitting on the chair really weird, and it was just weird. The experience was kind of weird, and the guy was like I said, really leaning into my neck, and I was like, damn. But pain-wise, I would say maybe like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 maybe. But I do like the tattoo. Okay, and now I think the only thing we have left is my arm. I started my arm in, I want to say January of 2022. Or maybe it was the summer of 2022, but it's been a while, and I did do it piece by piece. So the upper half was done in pieces, and then the bottom half I did in one session. The bottom half is only a couple days old, so it's really crusty, so
don't judge me, please.
Anyways, so let's start off with the first one I got done on my sleeve. So the first one was this cactus right here. Pain-wise, not too bad. This whole area was probably like a 3 or 4. Once you get up close to the armpit, in my opinion, that's when it starts to hurt. Not too bad though overall. Again, just the closer you go to the armpit, the more painful it is. I got this because I took a trip to Sedona, Arizona for my 21st birthday, and I had a great time, and I just like really love the desert and the heat, so I wanted something to remember that trip. The next piece I got was this crystal ball. It's literally a crystal ball with little ghosties inside. There's a triple moon symbol on the crystal ball, a spider web, and then this big traditional type rose. Honestly, I love this tattoo. I think it's really cute. It's very me. I love anything spooky and Halloween related, and I love watching anything related to like supernatural things or spiritual things, afterlife things, ghosts, all of the above. So that's kind of what inspired this tattoo. This pain-wise was not bad at all. I'd say maybe a 3 or 4 out of 10. Like I said, I feel like from the elbow up was not painful for me personally. I think after this one was my shoulder tattoo. So this one is pretty simple. It's just flowers. I mean, not really much to say about this. This was just like a filler idea because I had this big shoulder gap and I didn't know what would fit nicely around this circle shape. So we just went with some flowers to kind of fill up that spot. And then we moved on to the back of my arm. So the back of my arm, I have this bat dagger. It's got a moon right here. And then obviously it's a dagger. And then the inside there's like this bat design that looks like it's supposed to be part of the dagger. Nothing sentimental behind that. I just love vampires, bats, Halloween, anything spooky. And I was like, let's do a dagger because it was like a long skinny spot, so that's what we went with. So next after that one is this feather. I manage a business, my family business. The logo has a feather in it, and so I wanted something to kind of honor and remember like the family business because it's been in my family for probably 20 years now. My parents run it. My fiance and I are very involved in it. So I thought this would be a cute little thing to do and to add into my sleeve because it's been a big part of my life. I've grown up in this business. I also felt like it just fit the spot really well because again, this was an awkward spot to fill in, but I felt like this fit really nicely. So that's the story behind the feather. And then I have this little sparkle just to fill in that gap here. The next one I got was, I think, my elbow. So I have the spider web on my elbow, but it's actually a heart. So when I stand with my back or with my arms straight, you can see it. The inside is actually a heart. I just wanted the heart because I thought it was cute and I wanted it to be like slightly feminine. So I was like, let's throw a heart in there. And he was like, yeah, that's a good idea. So that's what we did. The next one is also kind of heart themed. Well, not heart themed, it quite literally is a heart. I have this traditional heart with the ribbon. The inside says 0 on it. 0 is my standard poodle. She is named, yes, after The Nightmare Before Christmas. She's the love of my life, and it's funny because when I got this tattoo done, it was fresh, and she scratched me and took a little chunk out of the ink. And at first I was really upset about it because I had just gotten this tattoo. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe that's her leaving her signature on my body forever. And if there was a tattoo for her to do that to, it would be hers. So I've just left it, honestly. Okay, and now we're getting into the bottom half of my arm. Again, this was all done recently, so it's really, really crusty looking. So prepare your eyes if you don't like scabs because it's not healed yet. But let's start with, well, let's go in order. So the first one I got done was this panther with some flowers. Honestly, there's no like special meaning behind the panther. It's just like, just thought the panthers were cool. Then after that one was finished, we went right into this one. This honestly might be my favorite piece on my whole arm. It is a martini glass with a skull inside, and then it's got this really pretty lady who's kind of like leaning on the skull, and she's got a cigarette in her hand with like a little smoke coming out. It's very much like 1920s vibe, which I totally love. I love that vibe. I don't even drink martinis, but I just thought this concept was so cool. There's also a sun kind of peeking out behind her. I just think she's so beautiful. I love the concept of it. It reminds me of this cigar bar that I absolutely love. But that is what inspired this tattoo, to be completely honest with you. I just loved the vibes there so much. And then to finish up my arm, I wanted just something simple, viney, but also like dark and bold so it would match the rest of my arm. So I just got this little vine. Honestly, I don't even know if those are supposed to be like berries or what they are. My artist drew it up and I was like, yeah, it looks beautiful. Let's throw it on there. So nothing sentimental behind this, just a good gap filler. And I think it fits in with the rest of my arm really well. So yeah. As far as my personal tattoo tour goes, that is all I have currently, and I don't plan on getting any more for a while. As far as pain goes, like I said, the upper arm for me was not bad at all, except when you get close to the armpit. That I felt was a little itchy, a little painful. The inner elbow hurt a little bit more. The elbow was tough for sure. Like, we were gonna try and shade in the middle of the heart. Excuse me, can I talk? Once we started, I was like, ooh, you know, that's really, really painful. And he was like, well, we can just leave like the elbow blank. And I'm like, sure, whatever. So we did that. Elbow, don't recommend unless you're getting like a sleeve or whatever and you really want to do it. But I mean, I think the elbow is pretty painful, and I think if you ask anyone who has tattoos, they will tell you the same thing, that the elbow is kind of rough. And honestly, the lower arm for me hurt worse than the upper arm. For some reason, I feel like my forearm tattoos hurt way more than anything I got on my upper arm or the rest of my body at all, period. I don't know, which is funny because I feel like a lot of people say that their forearm tattoos hurt the least, and I personally feel like mine hurt the most. But again, everybody's different, and someone could tell you that something hurt really bad for them, and for another person they might not say it hurts at all. Everybody's different, and it just kind of depends. I don't know, I feel like pain is different for everybody, and you're not gonna know how you feel about it until you try it, and I think you should just go for it. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm terrified of needles. I hate getting my blood drawn. My doctor makes me lie down every time I get my blood drawn, if that tells you anything. And I can get tattoos and I'm totally fine with that. So, and again, pain is different for everybody. So what hurts to one might not hurt to another, but you won't know until you try it. Another big piece of advice that I have is going to be, make sure that you are happy with the design before you get it tattooed. I know a lot of times people will go in and they'll meet the artist, and even if it's not what they wanted, they'll still get it because they don't want to speak up and say something. They're afraid of confrontation or any other reason that you could think of why someone wouldn't speak up, but it's so important to just be honest with your tattoo artist. It's the tattoo artist's job to help you. They're not going to judge you, and if you want to change something, just tell them that and speak up, and 99% of the time they will be able to fix it for you. Okay friends, I feel like that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe, maybe even hit that bell button so you get a notification every time I post. I am so thankful for 1,000 subscribers here. You guys mean the world to me. Feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know which one of my tattoos is your favorite. I'm curious, or maybe you didn't like any of them. I guess that's okay too. But let me know what your experience has been like with getting tattoos, and maybe tag a friend in this video who's going to get their first one soon. I love you, and I will see you in the next video very, very soon. Bye bye friends, stay spooky.